Next stop, Sherri.
We're gonna have a real good time, feel good time, spreading love and joy and laughter all over the place. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Be so legendary. Sherri's got you feeling good.
And now, your host, Sherri Shepherd.
This feels so good to see everybody awake and in a good mood. Thank you. Thank you, because you never know, because sometimes people in the audience, they come here and they still think that they're watching me on TV. They do. And I kid you not, yesterday there was a woman right here in the front row, and she said, wow, she looks much thinner in person. So I was like, well, first of all, thank you. And then secondly, I was like, but ma'am, I'm real, I'm right here, I can hear you. And I saw that Nicole Scherzinger had the same problem. Now, Nicole is a Tony winner, a winner of a Laurence Olivier Award, and an esteemed pussycat doll. Yes. And she posted a video of a man in the front row, knocked out sleep. When I tell you, that right there is that is not a polite doze. He was not politely dozing. He had his mouth wide open. What my grandmother used to say, he was catching flies with that mouth open. That's the kind of sleep you get after Thanksgiving and a stiff drink. So Nicole went on to joke. She said she's gonna drop a lullaby album soon. Girl, that album is clearly already out. And the poor man's in the front row, which means he done paid premium prices. He did not get the VIP package. He got the NAP package. But I gotta say, Nicole Scherzinger, you are a Broadway star now. And Broadway theaters, they are a whole different vibe. Compared to a Pussycat Dolls concert, Broadway is the early bird special. And I can tell by the color of that man's hair that he is a seasoned sleeper. Because let me tell you something, at that age, you're gonna fall asleep wherever you are. But I got a message for the Broadway community. I love going to see a show. But sometimes, y'all, these shows are so long that the ushers need to hand you a playbill and a blanket. I'm telling you, they're starting to be long. When I hear that there's a Broadway show and it is 3 hours long, I settle in for a long winter's nap. If it starts at 8 p.m., that means you're not finishing up until the nightly news. I could have worn pajamas and a sleep mask to this show. And this is how long they are. I tell you, I went to a Tony Award-winning Broadway show recently. It was starring an A-list actor, and they sat me front row center. And that sounds very glamorous, unless you've been up since 5 a.m. hosting a talk show. So every time I kept nodding off, and every time I woke up, I swear that big-time actor was looking me dead in my eye. Literally saying his lines and looking dead at me. I felt like he was doing a wellness check. And I said, they need to put me up in the balcony where I can sleep in peace. So, Nicole, do not take it personally. People are not bored. Some of them are just up past their bedtime. So you just, next time you gotta wake them up, look him dead in his eye, and say, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Okay, family, are y'all ready for a good time? DJ Omanaya, play my song. Now, y'all, I've heard a lot of reasons to break up with somebody. If it's cheating, miscommunication, maybe you caught him trying on your drawers. But when I tell you, the lovely, amazing, Oscar-winning Da'Vine Joy Randolph, she's got the craziest reason I have heard so far. So Da'Vine was on Jessie Ware's podcast, Table Manners, and she said she broke up with a man over his taste in food. Take a look.
Do you know there are some people that go to the same place and order the same meal their entire life? I have broken up with men. No, I'm not even kidding. I have broken up, because I'm like, what is wrong with you? He just got steak.
Gains, protein.
I guess, yeah, I think, because it was like steak, and then you would have like an arugula salad, and then get like bland spinach that wasn't even sauteed in butter. And I was like, what? You already have the rocket salad. Why are you
Get the cream spinach.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It was the smallest I ever was in my life. Because we kept going to that restaurant.
Okay. That's so funny. Da'Vine, you wouldn't like me as a friend because I'm gonna tell you, everybody who knows me knows Sherri only eats ribeyes and Brussels sprouts. That's what I love, a ribeye and Brussels sprouts. When I walk into a restaurant, the waiter doesn't even bring me the menu. You just hear him yelling, "Fire up the grill, she just walked in." You know, and here's the thing. I think everybody's not an adventurous eater like that. You know what that says to me about this man? He's stable and he's consistent, all right? And unlike Chris Brown's hoes, he's loyal. He is loyal. I said it and I said it. You know, he eats a steak and a salad every day, which says to me, you can count on this man. It says to me, he's not chaotic. He just wants peace and salad. That's what he wants. I feel it says he's gonna show up when he says he's gonna show up. He's gonna be where he says he's gonna be. And a man that just eats steak and salad every day, you ain't gotta worry about coming into your house going, who is this woman? This is the kind of man who's gonna make sure you got air in your tires. He's gonna make sure your gas tank is always full. Because the moment this man says, you know what, babe, I think I wanna try something new. It starts in the kitchen, then it moves to the bedroom. Next thing you know, he may be trying somebody new. So Da'Vine, you gotta give a consistent man a chance. Because before you get rid of a man because he likes the same dinner, at least you know he's coming home for dinner. I like a stable man. And y'all, Fat Joe was in Miami this weekend. So he participated in DJ Khaled's We the Best Foundation Celebrity Golf Classic. Yeah, and he had on a great golfing outfit. I love his outfit. But it seems like he left his golfing skills right at home. Take a look.
Back up there. Hey, there you go. I never knew I sucked at something before. This is great.
Look at that.
Did Fat Joe say home run? Home run. Okay, he don't even know what sport he's playing. So they need to put these celebrities in different skill levels. They gotta have beginner, intermediate, and expert. And then they gotta have a special section for people like Fat Joe. So, and I'm telling you this because I know firsthand, it was one time I did this charity tennis event. That's when I met my good friend Lisa Ann Walter. We were doing a charity event, and it was a charity tennis event. So I had never picked up a tennis racket in my life. And there was one man, he had paid a ton of money to play tennis with the celebrities. So he had a quadruple bypass. And this was like, it was almost like this was his last wish, okay? So they assigned him a celebrity, and he got stuck with me. When I tell you terrible wasn't even a word. This man was so mad because I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't play. He'd be hitting the ball. It was horrible. It was so bad, he demanded another celebrity. But Fat Joe, the golf outfit looked good. And that second one, you did better. You did better. And by the way, take it from an expert like me. Fat Joe, home run is for soccer, not golf. It just... And now, late last week, I invited my very funny producers, Robin Montague and Brittany Sims, to open for me on my stand-up comedy tour. And I loved it so much because we had secretly set up a camera and we taped Brittany when I surprised her with the announcement. Yes, and her reaction was so touching that everybody from TMZ to the Shade Room posted it. The entire staff, they were crying with her, and it was so touching. But don't worry, because Brittany was back to cursing everybody out by noon. But I'm telling you, when I tell you this, both Brittany and Robin are absolutely hilarious. They help me in my act one, which is all my jokes and my rants and everything. They're so absolutely wonderful. You don't want to miss them. So January 30th, we are all going to be in Norwalk, Connecticut at the District Music Hall. And on January 31st, I'm going to be at the Patchogue Theater for the Performing Arts in Patchogue, New York. Okay? With Brittany and Robin. So last week, I didn't hear the end of it. I got so many comments and messages from everybody, okay, when I said Patchogue the wrong way. It's spelled Patchogue. I mistakenly pronounced it Pachogi. I think the way I said it was absolutely marvelous because I said it the way you spell it. But when I looked, I couldn't figure out why there were no ticket sales after I announced it on TV. So everybody in Patchogue, I can't wait to see y'all, okay? Okay. Patchogue. Oh, I still said it wrong. Patchogue. What'd I say? Patchogue. It's not Patchogue, it's Patchogue. Still no ticket sales. Patchogue. And Rambo, our cameraman, you were the one that told me it was Patchogue, not... He was horrified when I said Pachogue, New York. Rambo was like, oh my gosh, you gonna get it. And I thank you, Rambo, because you shielded me from a lot of the comments. Patchogue. Patchogue, New York. Oh my gosh, and y'all, we got a great show for you today. Because later on, from America's Got Talent, the Funkateer Dancers are gonna perform. But up next, Zachary Levi is here. Hang tight, family. Sherri will be right back. Oh my gosh, I hope he didn't drown. Please welcome Zachary Levi. Zach, when I tell you that clip was crazy, so crazy, I was scared for you. I didn't even see you in the boat.
Yeah, that was me. I was the one wearing the orange jacket. Although, in fairness, that is my incredible stunt double, Dave Castillo. So
oh my
I can't,
gosh! But it's supposed to be you in the orange jacket.
Yeah.
When you fell all the way in the water.
Yeah.
First of all, this movie looks absolutely terrifying. Yeah. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, it's a very harrowing story. It is not a really feel-good movie, except for the end. At the end, my character, it's a true story. So,
yeah.
In 2009, off the coast of Tampa, Florida, there were 4 guys. They were friends. 2 of them were NFL football players.
Right, I remember that.
Marquise Cooper and Corey Smith. And I played Nick Schuyler, and Will Bleakley was his buddy. They were trainers at a gym that these guys all worked out at. And they went fishing. And Marquise was a big fisherman. He loved fishing. He brought these guys out on his boat. Their anchor got stuck. And instead of just cutting the anchor, because Marquise had already lost an anchor in a previous trip, he was trying to just like gun the boat to get it unstuck. And when he did that, the inertia of the engine taking the bottom of the boat along with the wave that flipped the boat, it capsized the boat. and a massive storm rolled in, and over the course of a few days, 3 of those gentlemen passed away from hypothermia.
Right, I remember that. And they couldn't get the boat, flip the boat back over.
No, 4 very strong men, you know, with that kind of weight and water and all of that
was
stuff.
like a suction kind of.
Exactly, and they couldn't get it flipped over, so they were surviving just kind of on the upside down hull of the boat as long as they could. And fortunately for Nick, he was wearing this jacket you see in the film. It was his buddies were all kind of razzing him for it because it was this bright orange, whatever jacket that his mother had given him as a gift. But it was one of the things that ultimately kept him alive. Similar to a wetsuit, it kind of keeps the body warmth in.
Right.
And unfortunately, the other guys did not have that kind
jacket.
of clothing, and they were not able to survive. But Nick lived, and that is the hope. That is what the movie's kind of based on, is that last shred of hope that you hold on to.
Right.
And his mother and his girlfriend Paula at the time, who is now his wife, they were praying for him. They were believing, beyond belief, that they would see him again, and they did. So
But see, this is why I say, listen to your mama. People be wanting to not do what their mama tells them. Mamas know best. And so she put him on there. But, watching this movie, it takes me back to Jaws, because after seeing Jaws, people were afraid to go into the ocean. So is it like, are you gonna be doing any fishing anytime soon, Zach?
Yes. I mean, listen, I think that we can watch stories like this and we can take them as cautionary tales. We should be able to take whatever wisdom that God is trying to show us through these things. I think that's more, if your anchor's stuck, cut the anchor.
Cut the anchor.
Particularly if you know
That's
that
what I
there's...
said about my last ex-husband. If that anchor's stuck, cut that daggone anchor. I know.
Oh, wow.
Don't you miss me? Don't you miss me, Zach?
I always miss you. We've known each other for like 25 years.
Yes, we have.
Like, since I was a little baby. We have. I know. And we're only 30.
And we're only 30.
We've known each other for
we worked together when you were like 2 years out of high school.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah. Well, I was 21 when we shot that pilot.
Yeah, so about 18, 19, 20, we did a show called Less Than Perfect together, Zach and I. So it was like, we've known each other for a long time. Oh, my God.
I was the age of your son now, essentially.
Oh, that's right, Jeffrey. You were 20 when...
Yeah,
when
21,
you,
yeah. So
oh,
basically,
my gosh.
That's about that, yeah.
Okay, I feel so... Okay, let's stop talking.
Yeah, let's start, yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Golly. But I want to congratulate you because you are a new dad.
I am.
You just had a baby.
Yeah.
So now, so how does it feel being a father?
It's the greatest gift.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's
It
gonna
makes
make
you
me cry. It's
emotional.
gonna make me cry. Just think about it. I've wanted to be a dad since I was a kid. I've just always known it's in my DNA, it's in my bones, it's in my blood. And it was something that, kind of evaded me for a long time. But that's because I had a lot of work to do on myself before that was
Right.
something that I could take on in my life. And God knows that, And then I met this wonderful woman, Maggie, and now we have this incredible child. And, and all the things that you're told prior to being a parent, they're all true. I mean, that a child really is, it's the greatest responsibility and challenge, but the greatest blessing and treasure that you get from that, and the lessons that you learn from that, and the mirror that they are to you, and the teacher that they are to you, the teacher and reminder of God's love, as we were talking about backstage,
Absolutely.
and the love that God sees us with and shows us. And so I just try to just give everything that I can to this child and try to break all of the generational trauma that was handed to me in my life, because I think that that's what we need to do. We need to recognize that our parents were trying to do.
You understand now, do the best that they could with what they had.
Exactly.
It kind of comes into more in a focus when you have your child.
Oh my gosh. I mean, as soon as he was born, I was holding him and I immediately was transported into the eyes and heart of my mother and my father as they held me as I was a newborn.
Yeah.
And no matter what went down in my very troubled childhood, and it was, but I've gone through a lot of therapy to recognize these things and to forgive my parents and to recognize they were doing the best they could. And I was holding them, and I immediately just thought of the love that my parents had for me in that moment, and I broke down. I mean, there's so many moments that I've had. I was holding him, and I had this moment where I started to think about, when is the last time that I get to kiss him on the head, right? Like, at what point are they so old that it's like, oh, that's cringe, or that I don't want that anymore, right? And And then I had this moment where I thought, oh, when is the last time? Because my father passed away a few years ago, and I remember kissing him on the head for the last time when he was in his hospital bed. And then I thought about when is the last time that he kisses me on my head? Oh my gosh, I started breaking down. It is, it's really, it's heavy, it's really heavy, but that's life, and that's what makes it powerful, and that's what makes it worth living, you know?
See, I think about that kind of stuff with Jeffrey. Like, when will I not be able to do certain things? And so we were at a drugstore, literally, and I felt this rush of love towards Jeffrey, and I hugged him from behind just to show him how much I loved him. And he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, breast on back, awkward, awkward. Don't ever do that again." And I tell you, when I was like, well, can't do that anymore. That's the last time. But it's so funny because now that you're a dad, do you hope that your child doesn't do some of the same dumb stuff that you did?
Oh, yeah.
So is there anything that if you could get the chance to apologize to your parents for, no, now that you got Henson, is there anything you'd like to say, I'm sorry, I was just so dumb?
How long do we have? There are still things that I'm doing that I wish that I think that at the end of the day, in the same way that our parents are doing the best that they can, right? Even as children, we're doing the best that we can with what we're dealing with and our inability or ability to communicate our needs and our traumas and whatever. I mean, yes, listen, I mean, I made some very dumb decisions. Sometimes they were... At the time. At the time. I mean, I used to smoke for a while when I was younger, and there was a time when I was 17 years old in California. You need to be 18 to smoke. I was 17, I was smoking a cigarette. A cop stopped me. They asked me, how old are you? I was like, oh, I'm 18. And they're like, what's your ID? I was like, oh, I don't have my ID. And then they started asking me all these questions about, well, who are you and where are you from? I rattled all of these incredible, off the just top of my head details. I couldn't believe I was coming up with them all. I felt very proud of myself.
So they were like all lies. You were rattling them.
All lies, complete fabrications, fake name, fake address, fake phone number. And then they're like, well, what's your mom's number? We need to call her. Now, granted, this is pre-cell phone, so I could use the excuse, oh, well, she's not home right now. She's off shopping. And they said, well, what is some number we can call? I was like, oh, I don't know. My grandma's working too. I don't know her number. And they go, well, we're going to have to hold on to you until you can prove to us who you are. Now, what I didn't realize, I was smoking across the street from a police station. So they marched me across the street. As soon as we walked to the front door, the gravity of the situation hit me. I was like, officers, I'm sorry. Listen, I just have to be honest with you. That is not my name. And they're like, turn around, put your hands behind your head. They cuffed me. They put me in a little room.
Right.
And then they called my mom, which, by the way, this was why I was lying to them. My mom's reaction to me getting arrested was far worse than anything I could ever. And so I'm listening to them. They're on the phone. I can only hear their side of the conversation. I'm in this room down the hall. I'm crying, and I hear the officers being like, yes, my last name is Pugh. Zachary Levi Pugh is my full name. They're like, Mrs. Pugh, we have your son Zachary in custody. Pause. Ma'am, you're gonna have to calm down. Pause. Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling at us, we're gonna have to put your son in juvenile detention. Pause. I'm screaming, Mom, just tell them what they need to hear, please. They come back in. They're ashen in their face. They're like, wow, now we understand why you tried to lie to us.
And this is what you will be dealing with Mr. Henson.
And I think the way to avoid that, and the why I felt like I needed to lie, was because I was afraid of my mother's wrath.
Yes.
I was afraid of how she would react anytime I might, quote unquote, fail her or something. And so we all need to protect our children in the sense that, yes, there's consequences to your actions, but may there always be love. May there always be a safe place for them to come to you and say, I messed up.
And you're good. You're halfway there, Zach.
Yeah.
Congratulations on being a daddy.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. And thank you for being here, Zachary Levi. Not Without Hope is in theaters on December 12th, so bring your own pool float when you go there. And up next, from America's Got Talent, the Funkateer Dancers are here. Zachary Levi. Hang tight, family. Sherri will be right back. A sleigh. So, that can only mean one thing. Sherri Christmas is right here. So, let's see what we got for you today. Oh! So our first gift is from Woolman Rink, NYC. Now, you know it from classic films like Serendipity and Home Alone 2. Woolman Rink is in the heart of Central Park. It's truly one of the most iconic and legendary ice rinks in the world, and this year marks its 75th anniversary. Now, there's more than simply skating. Woolman Rink has a cozy rink-side igloo village, delicious bites from Woolman Cafe and Melba's, free family movie nights and skating and hockey lessons. And studio audience, you are all getting 2 tickets to Woolman Rink, plus skate rentals, hot cocoa, and s'mores. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like something's trying to escape from this one. Let's see. What is it? Oh! It is the Roomba 205 Dust Compactor Combo from iRobot. Now, holiday mess is inevitable, but cleaning your floors has never been so simple. This Roomba robot has 3 cleaning modes: vacuum only, mop only, or combination vac and mop. Its built-in compactor continuously compresses debris on board as it vacuums so it can keep on cleaning for up to 60 days before you have to empty it. Studio audience, you're all getting a Roomba! I hope that you enjoy all of your gifts, and for my Sherri family watching at home, enter for a chance to win today's gift by scanning the QR code or go to SherriShowTV.com. We'll be right back. Don't worry, family. There's more Sherri. All the fun, joy, and laughter of Sherri is available anytime online. Celebrity interviews, full episodes, exclusives, and more. It's all at SherriShowTV.com. If your calendar looks anything like mine, it is full of holiday parties and plans. So it's time to get our hair looking good. My friend Janelle from Camille Rose stopped by to share her recipe for beauty. Watch this. But we're not cooking up a casserole because my next guest started her iconic beauty brand right in her kitchen with the philosophy that what goes on your body should be as good as what goes in your body. Yeah. So please welcome the founder and CEO of Camille Rose, Janelle Stevens.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I am so glad you're here because last time you were here, Janelle, we had talked about your recipe for beauty.
Yes.
Can you remind everyone what that recipe is?
The recipe for beauty are products that are rich in moisture.
Yes.
Which was my goal when I created Camille Rose in my kitchen. Beautiful ingredients like the avocado oils, macadamia, great scent. So when you step into my kitchen or use a Camille Rose product, it's like stepping into a bakery.
All right, and I love it.
All backed by science,
because
of course.
your hair smells like a bakery. Even when I smelled your hair, I just wanted to eat up your hair, girl. So today, Janelle, we're literally mixing up the recipe for one of your best-selling products. What's cooking over here?
Pearl Love Moisture Milk. So this is the base. So we're gonna cook. We're in the kitchen.
Okay.
So let's take the base.
So let's take
your
the base.
spatula, scoop it into this clear bowl.
Yes.
And what we're gonna do is just take the avocado oil, which is rich in moisture.
Okay,
it is a moisture. Yes, we love it. So take the avocado.
Oh, this is not the avocado. This is the avocado.
Here.
This is the
just
avocado.
drizzle a little bit.
Okay. You can
Drizzle.
tell I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to cook.
It's
or
just
nothing.
like baking a cake.
Okay.
Drizzle a little
Like baking
bit.
a cake. Okay.
Yes. And
All
then
right.
you're gonna take the macadamia oil, which is a lighter oil. You use this to kind of seal.
All right.
Seal the oil in your hair.
Okay.
And then let's take our little hand mixer.
Okay.
You can mix it up a little bit if you want.
Okay,
with the
which one
spatula.
of these do I use?
Let's take the hand mixer.
The hand mixer.
Yes, yes, yes. And kind of press both. Be
Okay.
careful now.
All right.
Just press both of them.
Oh, it's working. There we go. Yes, there we go.
Just mix
Okay.
it around, mix it around.
Yes.
Mix it around. There's no right or wrong
And
way
this is
to
gonna be
do
like
this.
super moisture in here, right?
Super moisturizing, super super nourishing. It helps with hair breakage. And then last but not least, let's take a little of the vanilla.
The vanilla.
Yep, and you're gonna make it, the product just smells so good. I love vanilla.
That's why your hair smells like cookies?
This is our iconic scent.
Ooh.
Vanilla, and then mix.
I love
this thing
it.
is a little tricky, but just
there we
kind of
go.
mix. Blend it all in.
Ooh, it smells so good.
Yep, smells delicious. And there you have it.
Ooh, I like
you
this.
You have Curl Love. This is our base.
This is the base.
This is the base.
And I love it because you brought a few more products for those of us that have the textured hair. Can you tell us about the product?
So
Ooh, that
Curl
smells so
Love,
good.
this is the finished product, your Curl Love Moisture Milk, which is our #1 leave-in.
Okay.
This was one of my first products that I created.
Yeah.
It's amazing and it feels good. And doesn't it smell
Yes.
good? Yes. And then we have Curl Maker, which has girl, yes.
Because I don't know who
Look
I'm
at
gonna
the
meet. I don't know who I'm gonna
shine.
meet after I leave here.
Exactly. Curl Maker is our defining gel.
That's the defining gel.
Defining gel, so it helps with frizz, it helps define the curls, and it locks that style in place.
Okay.
And
Locks
then,
it in
of
place.
course, our Spike Honey Mousse that's made with real organic honey.
Ooh.
It is for people who want movable curls, but it also defines, it penetrates the hair shaft, and it just keep your style in place for days.
Girl, somebody gonna be, because I smell
You
just like
smell
a big,
good.
somebody gonna be eating on me. I'm not lying.
Your hair looks good.
Yes,
girl.
mama. Okay, so we got over here our model.
We got a model. You know,
So
we bring a model.
Can you give us some styling tips for using your products? on Milan?
Absolutely. So Milan is our wash and go girl. And on the left side, look at those beautiful shiny
love
curls.
the
So we did
texture.
this already, right?
Yes.
This is a wash and go. So I am just gonna show you a little bit on how Milan styles her hair. Milan, what are your products of choice?
Curl Love, Curl Maker, and the Spiked Honey Mousse.
Spike Honey
the Spike
Mousse.
Honey Mousse.
Yep, and this does not take long to do at all. You can do this in the shower. You can refresh your hair with a little of water. I'm gonna spritz some water in it.
Okay.
Very
This is the
easy to do,
water.
guys. Yep.
All right,
Take
spritz
your
that with
water.
the water.
You want to drench it a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of bit.
A lot, drench it. Drench it a lot.
And then we're gonna take some Curl Love.
Okay, this
is
is the
your
Curl Love.
leave-in. Always start with your leave-in because it
Okay.
helps
Is
with.
that enough?
Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
And you don't need. It depends on your hair. If your hair is thicker, you go heavier. If it's not, you go lighter. But always always start with a great moisturizing leave-in.
Yeah, because I can see it's moisturizing.
Yes, it's moisturizing. And then Milan does her Spike Honey Mousse second.
Okay, so
because
this is
she loves a movable curl. So
Is
if
that
you want
enough?
that's enough.
Okay.
So if you want your curls to move, you use your Spike Honey Mousse, and you can rake it, just rake it in your hair like this.
Ooh, I see those curls.
See how the curls are forming?
Yes.
And don't worry about the whiteness of the hair because it'll disappear.
Okay.
And now let's seal this style with Curl Maker.
Okay, so
Look at those curls.
Is this the Curl
Yep,
Maker?
Curl Maker.
You
Just
gonna
take a
seal
little
it?
bit.
Is that enough?
Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
And then guess what? You can start by raking, but if you need to create your curl, if you need to define your curl a little more,
Just wrap it around your finger.
just do finger coil.
Oh, look at how
And look at that curl. You see?
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Janelle, as you're wrapping that cord to Milan, oh gosh, it looks so beautiful. I want to thank you for being here.
Absolutely, we love it.
Y'all, for more info on Camille Rose, scan the QR code or go to CamilleRose.com. And you know what, y'all? Janelle brought gifts from Camille Rose for everyone in the audience. Yes. We'll be right back. Look at those girls. Look at that. Hang tight, family. Sherri will be right back. Today's laugh comes from Candace, who fought the good fight against her fashionista daughter. Take a look.
You're not matching.
Yes, I am.
Those are two different shoes and they don't match.
Yes, I do because it's brown and pink, so they match. I'm brown and pink on.
But you have on two different shoes.
And they match my clothes.
Okay, come on, let's go. I don't care.
Mom, some fights are just not worth fighting. Let her wear the shoes. Thanks for the laugh, and we'll be right back. Hang tight, family. Sherri will be right back. I hope something on today's show put a smile on your face. Tomorrow, 50 Cent will be here. So join us then for the best time in daytime. Bye-bye.